Taveras. Welcome to La Conexión, the Connection. Now, the Women Business Center at the First State Community Loan Fund will provide guidance for female entrepreneurs. I have here with us Jessica Gibson and Danae Wolf, who will tell us about this new initiative and their involvement. Thank you for joining us here on our first new set.
I know, it's amazing here. It's awesome.
It's definitely a new look for the new year. But let's get into this new Women Business Center. Tell us about this new initiative.
Awesome, thank you. The Women's Business Center is hosted by the First State Community Loan Fund, which is an organization that's been around since 1992. And it's started to enhance a contribution to the community as it relates to capital, and providing business owners with the opportunity to obtain access to capital with a non-traditional organization. First State provides business support and technical assistance, and it just made sense at a certain juncture within our growth that we offered women services. There was an opportunity that surfaced through the Small Business Administration. And we went and submitted a proposal to them based on the programming and based on the experience that we have working with women. And we were awarded in October of 2014. So we're really excited about this opportunity. We had a launch recently. We had about 115 women attend the launch. So there's a demonstrated need here in the community about women business support. And we're really happy about the opportunity to service women here in Delaware.
And that actually leads into my next question, the necessity. Is there a reason why this program was created? Are there more entrepreneurs now that are women that are owning their own businesses?
Absolutely. As of 2011, there was about 39,000 male-owned businesses and 19,000 women-owned businesses. And we're seeing a very, very fast-moving upstream of women-owned businesses. And women, just by default, are an underserved population. We don't have access to some things that our male counterparts have immediate access to. So the Women's Business Center provides an opportunity for women to not only feel empowered, but to be around other women who have some of the same experiences, same challenges, or just need some mentoring from another woman, or a simple conversation about the day-to-day challenges of being a woman in business. You know, we often don't think about what life is like for a woman. By the time she gets to her business at 9 o'clock and opens her doors, she might have made breakfast, taken kids to school, packed lunches, dropped kids off at daycare, and now she's at a business. She's had a full day before she's gotten to her business. Most of our male counterparts wake up and go to work and open their business and have a great day, right. While that wonderful woman is at home, you know, holding down the fort. So, you know, we want to encourage women that there's an opportunity out there to have a business and to have that financial freedom and independence. Some of the work that we've done has been monumental with businesses through First State, and we've carried over those technical assistance aspects to the Women's Business Center. Danae, who's here with me today, was a great recipient of the services of the Women's Business Center through First State. Now that we're officially the WBC, Danae has come over as an advisory member and will provide support services to women who are looking to start a franchise. So, you know, we're really trying to maximize the opportunities through the resources that we have. We have access to SCORE as a SBA resource partner. SCORE is a volunteer organization that provides financial guidance to entrepreneurs and business plan support. It's an awesome free resource. We have access to providing women and men also, because we do work with men.
I was just going to ask,
we
is it
do
just
work
for
with
women?
Men. We do work with men. We have a small provision to work with men. As long as they play nice, we'll hang out with some guys. But this is generally dedicated to women. But we do have a couple of guys in our program. We actually have a really fun guy who's not part of our program now. Jason Aviles. He's Fly Yogi. He's a popular yoga guy around Wilmington.
Okay.
And he's just a dynamic spirit, and he's just an awesome guy to have around. And he's taking advantage of every opportunity he can. So we're hoping that women do the same thing and take advantage of those opportunities.
That's great. And one of the women who has taken advantage of this opportunity is Danae, who's actually a mother, and she has a husband, soon-to-be mother, husband. She has a husband, wife, doing everything, and you're the first woman owner of a Primo Hoagies franchise. Let's talk a little bit about your path and how you got involved with the Women's Business Center.
Yeah, so when I first started looking into opening a business, I knew immediately I wanted to do food. I knew I wanted to do a franchise. So I did a lot of research, but then when it came time to get the funding, it was really, really difficult, and it was just a really arduous journey. And somehow along the way, I ended up contacting First State Community Loan Fund, and that was when I met Jessica. And that was really the first time I met her. I came home that night and told my husband, I was like, I think I'm actually going to be able to pull this off. It was completely different. The experience was so fulfilling. She was with me every single step of the way. It wasn't just, here's your check. It was, this is how you make a business plan. This is how you run your business. This is how you do your QuickBooks. This is how you're going to train your staff and hire your staff. This is a really good way to get new staff members, where to post I mean, every single aspect, even things that I would think, that seems overly cautious for me to do, but I followed it, and later was like, oh, that's why she told me to do that. And she helped me pick my contractor, reviewed the contractor contracts with me when we were going to start construction. She would come see the construction site. I mean, it was really, we were hand in hand. And if I had a crazy day, she would say, we'll meet late. She would rearrange her schedule and meet with me later in the evening. And we just, it was like having a partner, like having a business partner with you every step of the way. And you don't get that if you just went to really anywhere. You're not going to get that. So they just take it to the next level, and they really help you with everything.
And what are some of the benefits? I heard the one-on-one involvement, but for those other women out here who are kind of like you, skeptical and nervous, like, what are some of the benefits?
Knowledge.
And what can you share them?
That's the biggest benefit. It's the knowledge. Everybody will approach Jessica with a dream, but she knows how to make it a reality. So she's going to give you all of the tools. You have to do the work, but it's a much easier road when somebody's mapping it out for you. You still have to take the journey yourself, but she's going to give you that roadmap and guide you and provide you with the tools to make everything just much easier. And it's just the wealth of knowledge, it's priceless.
And Jessica, when it comes to actually trying to make your dream a reality, is there a certain type of salary you need to make, or are there requirements when a woman comes to you for some help?
When a woman comes to me, the number one requirement is commitment and passion. One of the things that makes Danae really different than a lot of other women business owners is her honesty and integrity about how she approaches her business. There's not much emotional investment in her work. It's a business. And she functions as a business, and she treats her employees fair. She holds them accountable, and she holds herself accountable as a business owner. So when we work with women, we want to work with women who are at all stages of business. But there's a certain level of commitment and passion you have to have, because that commitment and passion is going to allow you to get through those times when it's hard.
Yep.
Business is hard. It's not easy. You don't just open a business, they come, and I'm rich. It's a lot of hard work. It's a lot of sacrifice and a lot of hard work. So we want to work with women who identify that and want to identify resources in the community that can help ease that. And that's what we're here for. We're not telling anyone how to run their business, telling them you must do this. We're providing them with tools that can help strengthen the decisions that they make.
And through trial and tribulations after their store actually opens, is the Women Business Center still there to help?
Of course. We want to hang out with you. We want to be your friend. We want to continue engaging with you and continue providing with opportunities of engagement. We want them to look at the WBC as a resource for any type of ill will that they have, or any type of resource they may need. Even if it's something that we may not be able to provide, we have access to all the resources here in Delaware. And, I'm pretty resourceful myself, so we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I've had some clients call me and say, this has nothing to do with my business, but I really need a pediatrician for my doctor, my son. I need a pediatrician. And I say, let me call a couple of friends of mine who have kids. And, that's a non-business service, but it's a service that provides balance for a woman. And that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to allow and create balance. When a woman has balance, she can achieve anything.
Yes.
And that's the goal. We identify that, and we realize that, and we know that balance is what women are looking for. And we're looking to provide that through resources, access to capital, training, and workshops.
Wonderful. And is there a website or phone number that one can reach?
Sure. We're located in the community service building. We're hosted by First State in their offices. Our phone number is 302-652-6774. Our website is firststateloan.org, but we're in the transition of upgrading the website and adding some WBC stuff to it. But people can follow us on Facebook at the Women's Business Center at First State Community Loan Fund, and that's where folks can get the most information about what we're doing.
And any last encouraging words, Danae?
I really just think if you do what you love, it'll really be like you're not working at all. You just become following your passion, and it just really becomes, I always say, if you actually looked at it, I'm working all the time, but I don't ever feel like I'm working. It's just my life. It's literally just my life because I love what I do.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, Danae and Jessica, for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you. More of La Conexión when we return.
Women's business centers are staffed with knowledgeable advisors to help women start and grow their businesses. They're located in almost every state, and each adapts its services to the needs of its community with training in finance, management, contracting, marketing, and more. And SBA is here to help them succeed. Visit sba.gov/women to learn more about how SBA helps empower women business owners across the country.
The Women's Business Center has joined forces with the Mayor's Office of Economic Development. Joining us again is Jessica Gibson and now Yesenia Thomas. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us. So let's start off with this partnership. How did this start and what was the need?
Well, actually, the Mayor's Office of Economic Development has a small business office, which I manage. And when Jessica got the opportunity to take the helm of the Women's Business Center, we got together and figured out how can we collaborate, how can we bring more programs to small businesses to ensure that we're meeting the needs of our residents and that we're promoting economic empowerment in the city of Wilmington.
And the Women's Business Center not only provides programs for these female entrepreneurs who are coming to them, but there's also other collaborations. Can you tell us how you're working together on that?
Sure. In the past, the city has sponsored the Small Business Success Series, which is a 12-week business planning and business plan development course. So we've partnered with the Women's Business Center to help us round out our curriculum in that area. We're looking at doing more work in the way of market and industry analysis, helping businesses understand the basics of operations management, and helping them to really get a good grasp of financial projections and what that means for their businesses. So they're definitely a great partner in that respect. And one of the keys to that program is that the Women's Business Center is uniquely positioned to provide our entrepreneurs with continued support after the 12-week program ends.
And what does this partnership mean to the Women's Business Center?
It's an awesome opportunity to work with the City of Wilmington. The City of Wilmington is a thriving community. There are businesses popping up all over the place, and there isn't a centralized focus of support services. So we were thrilled to approach the city with some ideas, some really innovative ideas, and we were even more excited when it was like, we're absolutely on board. With Danita's leadership, it's been a great transition for the Office of Economic Development, and it's been a great opportunity for the WBC and First Aid to develop a more deeper relationship with the city to create more impact for the women and men here in the city of Wilmington. We've talked about a bunch of different programs. There were so many ideas and so many opportunities, and one of the other opportunities that we thought about was providing the community with an additional opportunity for some savings. We at the Women's Business Center offer a program called Business Savers, which is a program where if you meet the financial eligibility requirements, you're able to save a portion of money and create a savings goal, and we'll match that 2 to 1. And those purposes are designated for your business. What are you going to do in your business and how are you going to do it? Through that time, we anticipate that these folks will go through the Business Success Series. Mm-hmm. They'll save their monies, they'll have it matched, and they'll have a nice investment to start their business. The cool part of that is the City of Wilmington, the Office of Economic Development, is going to provide an additional match, and we're calling that program the Business Savers Plus program. So there's a 50% of whatever you individually save will be matched via the Department of Economic Development, which is an awesome opportunity for the residents of the City of Wilmington who may not be in a position to borrow funds or who may not have the financial stability to borrow funds and aren't eligible. This is a great opportunity to learn about savings and financial management, reviewing your credit, determining what you can do to revive your credit so that you do become loanable, so that you can take that investment up to $6,000 with the additional match. Mm-hmm. Grow your business to a point, demonstrate the ability, create some historical data so that you can be approached by a lender and develop some additional opportunities for income.
This is a great opportunity. Now, in regards to the classes that you were mentioning, like how often are they held and is there a fee?
Yes, we hold the classes twice a year. We hold a spring session and a fall session. We charge $100 for businesses and residents that are not in the city of Wilmington, but we do take participants from throughout the state.
Okay.
And if you are a City of Wilmington resident or business, we only charge $75, and that includes the entire 12 weeks of training, as well as the materials that are required for the course. The services provided by the WBC are free, and they extend again beyond the 12-week program. We're available via email, so you can reach us at SMBEO, which is for Small and Minority Business Enterprise Office. That's a mouthful. But we're at smbeo@wilmingtonde.gov. If you shoot us an email, we'll definitely get the information out to you. We also can be reached via telephone at 302-576-2120.
Now, I know both the mayor and the president have done numerous things to try to reach out to the Hispanic community. There's a Hispanic outreach coordinator on the mayor's side, and just here alone on the president's side, we have this show. La Conexión, The Connection is an actual program that reaches out to the Hispanic community, both in English and in Spanish. So this stems to my next question in regards to reaching out to Hispanic women. What's going on there? How's that working?
Well, we are super excited. As a Latina myself, obviously I have a concern and a vested interest in my community. What's really cool is we have decided to take on a charge of providing bilingual services. We are going to craft and in the process of developing partners to provide bilingual training services so that Spanish-speaking businesses can receive the support in a very comfortable fashion. An environment where the language is comfortable and familiar and not intimidating. And then we're going to urge those same business owners to start learning some of those terms and lingo in English so that they can communicate with a banker and there's not that sense of intimidation or that sense of just I'm not knowledgeable enough, and empower the Hispanic community to say you're just as powerful as your counterpart. We're looking to partner with other state organizations as well in providing very specific detailed support services to the Hispanic community. We're really excited about that, and you know, if there's some Hispanic owned businesses that are out there who are not sure, who are uncomfortable, they should give me a call and trust that, you know, I understand the way it works. You know, I get it. I understand the way it works. I certainly can facilitate, work with, and understand the dynamics and the language. And more importantly, I understand our culture.
Is there anything that we might have not touched bases on that you would like to share with us?
There's one thing that I don't think we talked about. First State Community Loan Fund, on the First State side, on our lending arm, there's an opportunity that business owners who live in the city of Wilmington, who want to start a business here in Wilmington, who may not have any collateral to support their deal or may not have enough backing in their deal, there's an opportunity to approach us, and we'll engage with the city for a potential guarantee to support that deal and just strengthen the opportunity a little bit. We've done one deal, we're working on another deal. So there's another opportunity for people who are eligible for Business Savers Plus, who may not be totally ready for financing, but there's an option, a window of opportunity that we can provide to a business owner who may not have all the collateral that's needed to support their deal. And that's a program that we have with the City of Wilmington as well. So we're really excited about the growth of the Economic Development Office and our continued partnerships with them.
Thank you, Jessica. Danita?
Yeah, just as a closer, I would like to say there are other creative tools we use to get funding to emerging businesses. We're looking at working together on our annual business plan competition. That's a very fun way for businesses to earn some seed capital for their businesses. So you'll be hearing more about that soon. And down the line, we'll look at doing monthly trainings with the WBC as it relates to lending and business finance.
Wonderful. Well, thank you, ladies, for joining us.
Thank you for having us.
For this valuable information.
Yes, thank you.
And I actually had the opportunity to attend the launch of the Women's Business Center at the Primo's Hoagie's shop at Kirkwood Highway. And I prepared for us a clip of all the highlights that took place of the supporters and speakers, keynote speakers that attended, and all the other business owners who were actually there to help support too as well. So take a look at this clip, and then on behalf of all of us here at WITN Channel 22, I'm Yesenia Taveras. Thank you so much for watching, and have a great day.
First State Community Loan Fund, we are a nonprofit community development financial institution. We've been around since 1992. I'm going to read our mission statement, and I apologize that I have to read our mission statement, but we just changed it. And I've been saying that old mission statement for 11 years, so I haven't quite committed the new one to memory yet. So I'm going to read our new mission statement, and it speaks to what we're trying to do. It speaks to the work of the Women's Business Center. So our new mission, is to educate, empower, and elevate business owners and entrepreneurs by augmenting technical experience, increasing access to capital, and stimulating business growth. So that's our new mission statement. And when you think about the work that the Women's Business Center is going to do, it fits very nicely into what we've been doing for the last 22 years. So we're here to talk about the Women's Business Center. As I just said, fits very nicely in the work we've been doing at First State Community Loan Fund over the last 22 years. Historically, 55% of all the loans that we made historically have gone to women-owned businesses. So, we were thinking about women-owned businesses before we got the Women's Business Center. 57% of the loans that we've made over the last 22 years have gone to minority entrepreneurs. 60% of the loans have gone to low-income individuals. So you can see the focus that we've had, the folks that we've been focused on supporting in our tenure at First State Community Loan Fund. We believe the resources of the Women's Business Center will enable us to help more businesses grow, create more jobs, and build wealth in the communities that need it the most.
Congratulations once again to the Women's Business Center here at First State Community Loan Fund. The Women's Business Center was established by SBA going back into 1988. The program has been around that long, and we now have offices in every state. What the organization does is help women-owned entrepreneurs with free one-on-one consultation and low-cost training. Some of the assistance that is being provided, particularly for startup businesses, is help with the development of the business plan, help with locating financing, marketing, and for existing businesses, it's a variety of assistance as well. Some of the assistance include human resource management, accounting, and so much more. Our history tells us that women business centers that are associated with financial institutions are the best performing ones. So I'm happy to say that this particular organization, combined with First State Community Loan Fund, should have some tremendous success.
I was appointed by the president. I am so excited after yesterday's State of the Union. Couldn't stop tweeting of how amazing person that I get to have the honor to work for. So on behalf of the president, I really want to go ahead and congratulate all of you who are here today, especially the women business owners, especially the women entrepreneurs. It is an amazing thing that in 1970, only 5% of the businesses across the U.S. were women-owned, and today, 30% of that. 30% of the businesses today are owned by women. And I'm really just thankful for First State to step up and make sure that they, collaborate, they partner, and they host us. Really, thank you, Van, for taking the leadership on that. We can't do anything without our partners. We can't do anything without our small business development centers, our SCORE chapters, and our women business centers. As the SBA, we are the only agency or department with business as part of our name. That is really, really important for us. So even though we're a small agency, we're trying to do a big, big job. And we have proved again and again in this administration in the last 6 years that we can come back, that we can grow our economy, that it depends a lot in our small businesses. It is the small businesses who've been hiring more people than any other large businesses today. 2 out of every 3 jobs, new jobs that have been created by small businesses. So it's on the backs of those entrepreneurs that are the future of this country lies upon. And it's really just an amazing testimony to Danae for stepping up and being able to push this on with your own team, your family, and so on. Because the first folks that you hire are people who are giving back to their community, and that is really important locally. I want to thank Delaware, the great state of Delaware. I'm always happy to come to Delaware. Everything tends to work so well in Delaware compared to many of my other states. Thank God. It is many women, especially the women that are today serve on the board, folks pushing for us to be able to have better jobs out there. It is really important for us to step up into our community and become those community leaders. I know having started several businesses myself, I never had time, but I made sure we had time to mentor other women, mentor other entrepreneurs. It just takes a little bit of time to put aside because those are the future. Those folks are the future. When we look at our millennials, we're trying to push more programs for our millennials. Our millennials are those folks under 30 who who are still struggling to find a job. And they're the ones that generation, the generation that grew up with the internet, that generation is the most diverse generation that we have today, more than the baby boomers, 86 million. And I cannot emphasize enough how important it is for us to be able to, be role models, to be mentors to that younger generation. So please, reach out to us. I have a wonderful team here, JB, Jen, Ellen. Reach out to us, reach out to our partners. We're here to serve you. We're here 24/7 because we understand what it is to grow a business. We understand what it is to help you be successful. And just like my boss, the administrator, Maria Contreras Sweet, an immigrant from Mexico who started a company, started a bank, and was able to emerge and be successful. She has made us really think of us at the SBA not only as a small business administration, but being smart, being bold, and being accessible to all of you. So again, thank you and congratulations for this amazing journey that you're going to be going on, and we will be with you every step of the way.
Pursue your passion. If you pursue your passion, rolling through the roller coaster is fun. Whatever you're doing, that you make an impact in your community, you make an impact in the roles that you serve, and be passionate about what you do. The other thing that when I was in State College, I felt like I would have people in the community say things to me like, and I'm always listening. So, and I'm always listening at the micro level, because if you're at the macro level, then you're really going to miss some stuff. And so I'm always listening. And so when I was in State College, one of the things that was really prevailing for us too was I would have people talk to me about whether it was breast cancer awareness in our community, making sure that I was making an impact from that perspective, whether it was juvenile diabetes. I would have people come to me and they would say, Susan, we talked a lot about diabetes in our community, but not a lot about juvenile diabetes. And I wanted to make sure we're making an impact from that perspective. I would have parents come to me and talk to me about this hidden thing that was happening where young people were committing suicide because of just battling some of the challenges that they were battling. Wanted to make sure that I was making an impact from that perspective, but listening. I have 3 children, as Michelle talked about, and I would sit in the stands where it was at a basketball game or a volleyball game, and I'm listening to people to make sure we make an impact. So playing it forward, coming here to Wilmington, or coming here to Delaware, if you will, wanting to make sure that as I serve as president and publisher of this newspaper, that I do just that. The bigger picture in terms of what I'm saying is whenever you serve, in my opinion, as a woman in leadership, when you have an opportunity to make an impact, stand for something. Stand for something. Take risk. Be bold. Take calculated risk. But be bold, if you will, if you have an opportunity to stand for something.
On behalf of all the Pink Carnation business wearers here, we want to thank you. We want to thank you for being here with us. We want to thank you for being powerful and passionate in your day-to-day work. And for all of you that are here, we use the carnation as a symbol for the business owner, as a delicate piece that needs to be nurtured. So all the women here and all the gentlemen here who are wearing pink carnations are business owners. We want to demonstrate our support to them for being here today. So thank you very much, business owners, for being here.
The governor extends his apologies. He wanted to be here today, but of course his schedule did not allow. So he asked me if I would be so kind to present this tribute